No ball. Strike.
Check one. Check 1, 2.
One ball. Strike.
Kimmy crushes one to left. Olivia's going to come up scoring. They're going to cut to 2 to get Kimmy, but she's going to make it to third on the pass ball to the second baseman. So single to left gets Kimmy to third. Check 1, 2. All right, I hope y'all can hear me okay. Computer. Okay. Ray drives in Kim for the 4th run. Oh, sorry, 3 runs. That's 3 runs.
Coach, how many? Just 3. Three, guys. 3. Come on back. 1 down.
All right, so we're gonna do it again. Do you still have one at third base? I never know about this thing. All right, this is Morgan that's up now. I'm getting word that people aren't seeing it. Oh, well, now I'm getting word from others that they are. So if y'all are on, thanks, Cody, for the heads up, bud. Morgan pops just into the left field. That's going to fall. So Morgan takes her turn, and we got 2 outs now. All right, I think I'm situated now. Okay. Runner at first base, 2 outs. Trying to keep everything in the shade here. Reagan looks at one upstairs. Catcher flirts with Morgan over there at first base, but nothing doing. Oh, gosh. Let's see. I realized my phone was on. Throw to first, not in time. Morgan gets dirty and back safely. Morgan, I'm sorry, Reagan fouls one off her leg, I would think. Well, I just barely got first base in the frame, didn't I? Ball 4. All right, runners at first and second, 2 outs here. This is Madison just a little bit late on the fastball in. Madison hits one up the middle, and that's going to push the 4th run across for sure. There comes Morgan. Reagan will get into 3rd safely, and then so Madison drove in. Turn the gain up a little bit. See if y'all can hear me a little better. See, check 1, 2. Yeah, now it's a little loud. Turn that gain. Check 1, 2. All right, so this volume, yeah, there we go. Just put it at about 5 on the gain. 5. All right. Okay, so after a half inning, United with 4 runs. I think there were 2 outs. Can't remember exactly. But, okay. Defensively, it looks like Reagan's back at first base. Maddie at second, Olivia at short, Bray at third. Looks like Kimmy, Rachel, and Mo are in the outfield getting loose, so that's going to put Ashlyn in the circle, I bet, and Madison behind the dish. If I was guessing, man. And I am. Okay, now I'm situated. Everything's under the shade now. Let's hope everything will hold on.
We have us on the bottom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how that happened. Here, let me fix it. Yeah. Well, we're home, so that's right. Yeah, home goes on bottom. Yeah, so. Oh, that's right. We're home. Yeah, hello. I'm sorry. Gosh. Ah! Dropped your phone. That's terrible. It hit a lot of padding on the way down. Okay, let's try that.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Should put my glasses on. Maybe that would help. Good pitch. Strike one on the outside. All right, this is Ashlyn Roush in the circle. And Madison right behind the dish. Coach Brad Collin pitches from the dugout. Ball on its way. That one fouled back behind us here. So quickly ahead 0-2. As I mentioned to you earlier today, Ashlyn visiting with United. Grateful to have her with us these past 2 weekends. She's quite a little pitcher. Spins the ball really well to both sides of the plate. Can spin it in on a screwball like she did right there. And it can spin it out on a curveball as well. She, I got to call pitches for one game last weekend. She put her in. We were bases loaded situation, no outs, and she came in and struck 2 girls out and got a line drive out to get us out of the inning without giving up any runs. So she can get her done, that's for sure. Ashlyn Roush is her name. She'll be a freshman at FHS next year. Her dad and grandfather are sitting right behind me watching the game. It's a good idea going upstairs like that, see if she would chase. So Reagan Switzer at first base, Rachel Avery in right, Vi Stickler in deep right center, Kimmy in straightaway center. Really elongated elbow there on that swing from the hitter. We should own the inside of the plate. She can get another fastball in on her hands. She should have her. Front elbow's gotta stay bent in order to keep the hands going toward the ball. If you straighten that elbow out, the hands go away from the ball, and by that time, if a pitcher's got any velocity at all, the ball's going to be behind you. Pitch on its way. There goes the straighten elbow. She pops it up to Morgan in left field, and we got one down. So, good pitch on the inside there from Miss Ashlyn. Madison Wright visiting with the 16U team as well, coming up from the 14U team. As is, Morgan, technically in left field, can play. Well, she's with the 16U roster. She plays with the 18U, and she can play 14U as well. That ball popped up. Olivia is under it. A lot of wind, but she makes the grab. So Ashlyn going right to work, got 2 outs. So pitch on its way to the 3-hole. Nice spot on the outside there from Miss Roush. Bray pitched most of the second game. She is over there at third base. Aubrey Mangold from Bandera, Texas. She's going to be a sophomore for the Bulldogs this coming fall. Lord willing, everybody gets this great pitch on the inside there. Everybody gets to go back to school. Ashlyn spun that screwball in on her hands. That hitter didn't want anything to do with that. She looks like she's defeated. The hitter, that is. See if Ash can go to work with the rise ball upstairs. The 1-2 from Miss Roush. Great changeup. Ball down. Madison makes a nice easy throw over to first base to get the drop third strikeout. 2-3. Madison to Reagan Switzer over there at first base. So that's the end of the first. 3 up, 3 down for Miss Ashlyn. And Madison Wright, the battery. And the ladies from United, 16U, will go back on offense. Still relatively cloudy, but plenty of sunshine too burning through. Trying out a new router that my brother-in-law, Ben Townsend, suggested. And I saw a gentleman that does this as well in Utah. He was talking about the same router, so I thought we'll give it a go. And it's called a MoFi 4500. Not that bad in price. We were using a kind of a hotspot mobile hotspot device from AT&T that was a 4G device. This is a 3G, 4G LTE. And this getting 4 and 5 times the speeds that we were getting with that other device. So hopeful that this will allow us to, in places like Canyon Lake, when the girls from the high school play out there, that notoriously the signal is terrible in Canyon Lake down in that canyon. Hoping we'll still be able to broadcast, though, you know, Hawks Network, Canyon Lake's version of Billy's Live, they know the Billies are a good opponent, and so when the Billies go to town at Canyon Lake, they tend to broadcast that game. And when that's the case, I don't have to worry about it. We just send our viewers over their direction. That gives people at home a good, they usually have a 3-camera set. Good commentary. Missing J.D. Rose today. This is normally his gig, the audio side of things, and sure does a good job. But Ashlyn Roush, the pitcher, now hitter for United. Rumor has it Cammie Chesler will be here in time for the first bracket at 3:45. The ball down in the dirt. Almost caught her in the right foot. Those bracket games are 75 minutes, whereas these pool games are 65. I thought they were 55 in the game before, but popped that one up to the second baseman. Oh, hung up there in that wind just long enough for her to get underneath it and retire Ashlyn for the first out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate the leadoff hitter, graduate, number 10, Turdy Purdy, Madeline Finley. This is an 18U tournament, and we've got girls from 14, 16, and 18U with us today. Maddie squares that ball up and gets on to first base with a good hit up the middle. But anyway, back to Cammie Chesler. She's another Bulldog with Bray Mangold from Bandera. Cammie will be a senior this coming season. She is just a ton of fun. I really like that girl. She'll be here to play with us this afternoon. It'll be a good addition to the team. She can catch, she can play first base. Olivia can lay down bunts from the left side. She does there, and Maddie advances to third again. And now, will Olivia make it to second? No. Well, it ain't over. Yes, there she goes. She saw the door open and nobody was paying attention. That third baseman was just going to throw it back to the pitcher, so why not get a free bag out of the deal? So this is Pete and repeat. This is right where we were in the first inning. And let's see if Rachel can get a hold of one again and drive in another run. She flew out to left, RBI, sac fly in the first inning. There she bunts. All right, like to see that. She's going to throw. Maddie's going to score. Got the out at first, but now a sacrifice bunt. So Rachel has 2 RBIs, a sac fly, and now a sac bunt in her first 2 ABs. So she's just scoring runs today for them ladies from United. Maddie comes across the plate. Livy advances to third. So 2 dead now with another run across. And now Kim at the plate, another strong hitter. Kim is a graduate as well, headed to Vernon College to play softball. Livy's going to score on that pass ball. She does, gets a face full of dirt. So Livy and Kimmy, they are buddies. Kimmy means a lot to Livy. We're sure going to miss Kimmy next year. Happy for her that she's getting to go on to Vernon College to continue her softball career. But man, I sure like her. She's, well, all these girls are top notch. Just a blessing to get to be a part of this group. Kim thinks about putting that one in the lights, but holds back. Especially going to miss that second baseman. Kind of partial to her a little bit for some reason. Kimmy looks at the third pitch inside. She'll be green lighted here on 3-0, I can guarantee it. Yeah, Brad's giving her the nod over there from third base, coach's box. So if she wants it, she can have it. Even foul one off to get a better pitch if she wants. All right. Catcher scrambles to the pass ball, keeping Kimmy at first. Catcher throws over to first, but not in time. Ball well struck by Bray into left field. And advances Kimmy to second. Another ball entered the field just as that one exited the infield. So ball coming in from another game. So the next game is the first bracket game. Be at 3:45 right here. Or I'm sorry, this is field 1. We'll be back over at field 4 where we were this morning. The United group will take on Texas Heat Geta. They played Texas Heat in an earlier game, but that was Texas Heat 06, who played against these girls right here, STX Legends. In their bracket game. So Morgan opens up on one, and that ball is hit, wow, to the fence. Morgan's liable to score on that. One run. Oh, coach holds her up to give his, oh, no. He's going to trot her in. I guess that's 4 runs already. So Morgan crushed that ball. Wind's blowing out too, but even without the wind blowing out, she hit that one well. And the thing of it is, she actually hit it off the end of her bat. So she's just really strong. But you put that on the meat of the bat, and that ball would probably have left this baseball field. These are baseball fields we're playing at. They've scalped the infield. But the fences are still out there in 300-foot range. Well, let me see. I think I see. Yeah, I think it says 300 foot on a sign out there in left field, in fact. I can't tell. Yeah, I think it says 306. I'm not sure. It's out there. Oh. Vernon College. I posted Kimmy's throw from center to the plate in our games last weekend in Temple. Kim came up firing and hosed a girl at the plate, and tweeted that play out, and looks like Vernon College, where Kimmy is headed, liked it. I guess you'd call that on Twitter. So thanks, Vernon College, for picking Kimmy up. She is going to serve you well, no doubt. And thanks for keeping up with us online as well. Networking. It's kind of fun. Let's see here. Trying to update. Okay, looks like it is updated. Is it Geta? Geta. I misspelled it on the website. Okay. Geta. Geta. Okay. Now we got it. Ooh, good miss on the inside there, but good pitch. A run that counts at 2-0. So a couple of good pitches back to back. But unliked by the man whose opinion matters most. Man behind the dish. Olivia fires across the diamond, makes a nice play on a ball that was hit in the gap between third and short. So if the United Ladies lose at 3:45, it is a single elimination tourney. So we don't expect that to happen. We don't want that to happen for sure. But if they do, they'll be done. If they win, which is what we're all cheering for, they'll play Texas Crossroads or Texas Storm in game 2 of the bracket. Good try, Madison. At 5:15. Umpire on Madison's dive right there called her safe. So yeah, the 5:15 game, which would be immediately after the 3:45 game, would be against Texas Storm or Texas Crossroads softball. I guess Wheeler. Boy, that ball just off the bottom of the plate there. So Ashland looks, as usual, in demand. Note to self, and you have to wear a mask. One hopper back to Ashland, over to Reagan at first base. Hitter surrenders about halfway down the base path. Note to self, you got to wear a mask. You may want to shave a 2.5-inch beard off first. Man, it gets hot. But fortunately, once we're in the park and stable and I'm in this kind of quarantined area, they have the bleachers roped off, and I'm sitting right on the edge of the concrete here in order to reach the GoPro camera that's directly behind the umpire, as you can see. And with that, I'm able to give myself a break here and there from the thermal beard. Pitch on its way from Miss Roush. Line drive into left. Morgan up with it in a couple of hops. And back to Olivia. Delivers back to Roush. And a runner at first base. 2 outs. Runner at first for STX. She's going to square the bunt. She does. Pops it up. Madison quick off the heels. But that ball bunted straight back. So. Just that right hand creep up. She's going to bunt again. Nope. Swinging away. Ground ball to Bray across the diamond to Reagan for the 3rd out. 4 up, 3 down that inning, so 7 batters, 6 outs. That's pretty good. Looks like everything's holding up on the tech side of things. We're going. Christy, would you toggle the top and bottom again? I think it should be top, right? Yes, ma'am. It's at the bottom. Can you just, bottom top. Okay, thank you. All right. For whatever reason, that's an image. I think it may be a HTML character, but I think it's an image. Every once in a while, that up and down arrow on the top and bottom half of the inning gets hung up for whatever reason. But we are going into the top of the 3rd now. There are a couple of worthy opponents here. I watched between games, looked around the fields and saw a couple other games going on. We've not faced particularly strong teams thus far in the pool games, but there are some here. There are 9 teams, if I'm not mistaken, in the tournament. They had 8 a day ago, but must have picked up a 9th. And so once there'll be a bracket games before ours, but once we start our bracket at 3:45, to win the tournament would be a triple header. Field 4, and then back here to field 1 at the 6-something o'clock game. But Reagan Switzer at the plate looks at one upstairs for ball 1. Switzer playing first base for United. She caught a game earlier this morning. Rolls over on one out in front of her there. Little 3-hopper to the shortstop. So bring to the plate Madison Wright, who is catching this game. And number 9. That was better. Throw it down and run. Coach Brad coaching her on tracking that ball to the plate, even if you wear it. She wore it. She got a little piece of her, but she stayed in there. Down in the Doit. That'll run the count to 3 at nada. Fourplex in Seguin. It's got some age on it, but it's not, it's a nice park. Grass is usually pretty green, and it is now. He doesn't have. Runner first base, Ashlyn Roush, the pitcher, to the plate now with the catcher at first base. Looks at one outside. Ball 1, Madison retreats to first base. Ashlyn, a pretty good hitter, usually pitches and nothing else, but as you can see right there, she can hit too. Line drive to second baseman on the double play, but that ball squared up and well hit. So 3 outs will go to the bottom of the 3rd. Maybe, if my little gadget will flip to the bottom. Christy, Christy, try the bottom now. Thank you. Or yeah, I guess this way, huh? Gave her the thumbs up, but I guess should have given her the thumbs down on the bottom of the inning. Bray in the circle. Morgan at third base. Coach Brad behind the dish. Let's see, Kimmy's staying in center, I'm guessing. Ashlyn's probably going to go to left. And maybe Rachel to right? I'm not sure. Rachel may end up in left before it's all said and done. We'll see. Bray threw in the last game. Looked good. Looked sharp. So Bandera Bulldogs got him a pitcher. They may have others as well, but I know they got one in that sophomore out there in the circle. Another like Rachel, Avery, didn't get to finish her freshman year, but Avery having an outstanding freshman season. Didn't get to finish it. So we've got Madison behind the dish. She was part of that double play to end the inning, so on first base when that DP happened, and so it took her a little bit to get her gear on, but she's out here now. Gonna throw this one down to second. Spinner. One hopper. Let's see how are things going here. Looks like everything's working. If that's not the case, folks at home, by all means, please shoot me a text. Let me know. But as far as I can tell, GoPro's surviving the heat. Computer and converter and modem are all underneath the umbrella, so I think they'll probably be okay. Got a battery up there on the wall charging. Hopefully that'll be ready for the game after this one. Ball's gonna get foul. Heck of a pitch there by Miss Bulldog. 0-2 count. Bray's looking sharp out there. Bray Mangold, Bray Mangold. 2023 grad, I believe. Nice play there by Mo. Oh, great stretch, but pulled her off the bag. Oh. It's a good call. It looked like she stayed on the bag for the out, but then came off the bag, and just to make sure went back to tag the bag. And when she went back to tag, the runner had already crossed the plate before she went back, but Reagan, umpire, said she was still on the bag. Thank you, Uncle Alan. He says a good picture on the video, but the guy on the mic needs help, and there's zero doubt about that, my friend. Lots of it, mostly mental, but always looking for other kinds as well. Pitch up in the zone, popped up. Looks like Maddie's under it. So, sisters have a little conversation about that. Maddie and Rachel out there exchanging two-out commotion, I guess you could call it. I don't know what whenever there's an out made and infielders look to the outfielders and do some sort of little dance routine. They definitely have a unique one. It's just look as silly as you can and go make the third out. Put my glasses here and see how much time we have left. Looks like we've been streaming for 42 minutes. So got about... That ball popped up. Bray is under it. Nobody at first base. So I'm glad she made that catch. So Bray keeping them off balance. 3 down. Guess we got about 20 plus minutes left in this one. Then a short break, and then the bracket starts at 3:45. Anybody wants to come by with a cold ice water, I won't turn it down. So I think we're back to the top of the order. United with an 8-blank lead. STX ladies moseying on out there. One of them's jogging. Bet that's the shortstop. Yep. Umpire threatening if Maddie does not get a hit, she loses her watch, which she is wearing in a game on her left wrist. Not sure why. Ooh, she thought about it. Took that for a strike. So got a watch on the line here. Oh, she got a hit out of it. Swung at a terrible pitch, but she gets to keep her watch. And now she advances to second on the overthrow at first base. I don't know if you saw that, but there's something that happens a lot at this level, and heck, unfortunately at all levels, but shouldn't happen, doesn't need to happen. So ball thrown in from left field to second base. The second baseman, for whatever reason, and lots of them think this way, keep a foot on the bag as though there's a force out at second. And the ball was thrown errantly, and yet there's just this sense of I got to keep my foot on the bag, even when there's not an out to be made there, and she can't get to the ball, so the ball gets past her and allows the runner to go to first base. So, ladies, if you're listening, if there's no force out at your bag, no reason to be married to it. Get your foot off of it and get ready to catch the ball wherever it goes. Dave looks at one outside after fouling off the first pitch. There you go. Much better. Thank you. Turn to the inside. Been working on that with her. Just getting the habit of not opening that front shoulder up. She slaps. See how she turned back to the plate there? That's good. If you let them turn toward first base after they take a few steps having slapped, they get used to opening that front shoulder, and you want them to consciously keep that front shoulder closed, make that ball go to the left side. Like that. She'll be on, no problem. And this time somebody's covering second, so she will hold up at second base on that chop slap, or hold up at first base on the chop. So Maddie at third base, Livy at first, not for long. Let's see if headache, look out, ball coming in. If Rachel can let her have one pitch here, she may be able to drive in 2 runs, as Livy will most likely steal second. Let's see. Pitch on its way. Olivia goes. Catcher not throwing, so defensive indifference rather than a stolen base. And now Rachel with a 1-0 count is in the driver's seat to drive in 2. Pitch on its way to Rachel. She looks at one just upstairs. Boy, that didn't miss by much. Not a good pitch to hack at for sure, especially on a 2-0 count. But that was up around between the waist and the letters. That ball would have been between upper thigh and belt. She'd have put that into orbit. Let's see if she can get that pitch here. 3-0, she bunts. Dad's got her bunting again. She's going to be safe. Ball's thrown into right field. You can't see it. It's on the fence out there. 2 girls running for it. Meanwhile, Rachel drives in a couple of Finleys, and the ball's thrown into the second baseman, and now back to the pitcher, and Rachel standing safely at third base, as you can see. So United puts a couple of more across. Still no outs in the top of the 4th, and a mighty 99 comes to the plate. Coach Brad may give her the bunt sign just to get under her skin a little bit. She thought about it. Tater offering. As I mentioned, Kimmy hit it to Vernon. Be fun to see where Rachel ends up. Bray on deck. Pitch on its way. Boom. Off the end of her bat. Just fluttered out there to left field. Left fielder throws it into the pitcher. So sacrifice fly, RBI for Miss Kimmy. Right off the end of her bat. Just a little leaguer. Got out in front of that one. Such quick hands. Must have left my sunglasses in the car. Pitch on its way upstairs for a strike. Ray is a tall drink of water, so strike zone expands vertically then. Rounds one between third and short. Another hit. Ball in past the second baseman again. It's going to send Mo to the plate. Morgan Hansen. She and her sister Des, probably better so than any other girls, maybe up and down United system, define what it means to be a utility player. I think I've seen Desi pitch too, but those two are so athletic they can play anywhere. Great hitters. Morgan is extremely fast. Rolls over on that one. She's able to beat it out. Oh, got her. So, advanced Bray to second. But as I was mentioning, Des plays right, plays short, plays third, catches. Morgan the same. Reagan strokes one to right. That ball's going to fall in front of the right fielder. Gets past her after a hop. Reagan going to wind up on third base again. Oh, coach going to hold her up at second. I think that's 4 more runs, so that's 12. So after 2.5 innings of play, United maxes out for the third half inning in a row. Let's see, 52 minutes in, so we got about 13 minutes, 12 minutes left in this ball game. Going to the bottom of the 4th. Sound like a good hit on the field behind us. She's going for 3. Oh, she's going to come to the plate. She's safe. Oof, wind's starting to pick up now.
The first one is 5'2", and the other one's 5 foot.
Yeah, Madison passed Mama up on height a long time ago.
Madison, they're talking about you. All good, Madison.
Oh, Rachel's got the ball. So things have shifted around again. Bray's back at third base. Madison's still behind the dish. Reagan's still at first base. Looks like Roush is back into left. Kimmy in center and Mo in right. Finley's up the middle. Bray at third. Reagan, Switzer at first base. Rachel, Avery, Holland in the circle. Madison, Everright. Probably last AB here.
4-1-5.
That's it to Shorty. Pitch on the way. Upstairs, a little quicker. Strong wrist, kiddo. Stick that ball.
3-2-2.
Good pitch. Starting to warm up a little bit. Rachel doing what she doesn't do very often, falling behind on the count. I think I've seen her do it, maybe a handful of times in the several years we've had the privilege of playing with or against her. She is almost all lefties that can pitch. Heck of a pitch. Dang. She took a change right down the pipe there. Ball on the field. But at least in baseball, maybe I shouldn't. Rachel's one of the few lefties. Well, no, I've seen a couple at the 12U level struggle as well, but almost ground ball to Liv. Bobble again. Fires over. Got her. Recovered on the bobble. And anyway, back to the lefty conversation. Almost all lefties tend to have good stuff, but tend to struggle with the strike zone. And I don't want to sound stereotypical, but I think it just has to do with not having many models. Almost all lefties learn to pitch from a righty. Not very many have the luxury of having a left-handed fellow older pitcher to watch, to coach them. Most are learning from right-handed pitchers. So it takes a little time to make that translation, and in time they get their control down. But I will say, this young lady in the circle right now, I do not remember her ever struggling with the strike zone. Throws several different pitches and throws them all for strikes. There was one on the hands, little spinner. So, assortment of options now. This 0-2 count. Let's see if they'll throw the rise ball here. Going outside. Nope. Drop ball or change on the outside. 0-2. Don't try to be too fine, kiddo.
One ball. Strike.
Looks like the tech's holding up. Ball on its way. Oh, change up. That's Daddy's favorite thing to do right there. Coach Brad calling pitches in the dugout. If she misses with a changeup, almost always he will come right back to it and make her. And she likes it. She likes it. She likes to iron something out, fix it, and try it again. And he's very good about giving her that opportunity, and she is very good about taking advantage of it. So, did there for sure. Oh, Christy, can you check the base path? See if we have anybody on. It shows a runner at second.
On mine it doesn't. So
Can you tap second and then tap 0 again? None. There we go. Thank you. Like I said, it's not a perfect world. Rachel with a very good athletic play. Ball hit toward the third baseman. They're just going to call it. So we're going to stop this as quick as we can to reserve as much power as possible. So thank y'all for watching.